What is going on, guys? Reaper here, and I literally just thought of this, so I wanted to make it so I didn't forget because I have a horrible memory. I have been thinking for a while, like, what other series could I do on YouTube to, be a little bit more interesting and deal with what I love. And I really, my bench was pretty thin or low or whatever, but I finally thought of something, and what I want to do, at least to start off with, is two movies that I want to recommend, and this could be like a weekly occurrence, and they'll be from different genres, so you have a variation. So if you're not into horror, or if you're not into comedy for some reason, then you're a communist. Just kidding. Or action, literally whatever. And I'll throw in a couple variations here and there because I have explored other genres that I may not particularly be interested in. I have found some interesting movies. So I'm gonna do two movies today. One's a horror movie, one's a comedy. So the first one I'm gonna start off with is the horror movie, and it's called Hush. Now this was, I want to say, 2016 that it came out, and it was only on Netflix. It's really unfortunate because I would love to own this movie on Blu-ray, but for some reason they haven't released it yet. So this is a horror movie about a deaf girl or deaf woman, and obviously she communicates through sign language, and essentially just out of nowhere one night this insane man tries to get into her house, and essentially it's a game of cat and mouse. And I'm not going to spoil too much of it because I don't really remember much about it. Not that it was bad, it's been a long time and I've watched a billion movies since then. So it's not exactly fresh in my mind. I'm actually going to go watch it after I'm done recording this video, most likely. But it's super interesting. It's innovative because, and I love when movies have, I wouldn't necessarily call this a gimmick, but I would say it's more of a bonus, I guess, to the movie. And since she's deaf, pretty much the entire film has no audio because you're experiencing that feeling with her. And I really love that because if you look at a movie like Baby Driver, where it's all about sound and music, and in that movie, I may have mentioned this in a previous video, Baby has tinnitus, which is when your ears have a constant ringing in them. If you've seen Archer, you know how amazing that is. But he has the ringing in his ear, and that's why he plays music, and that's the whole crux of the film. Essentially, is A, he's an awesome driver, but B, he listens to this music to drown out the like echoes and the sounds. And when he takes his headphones out, in the background there's a faint ringing that you can hear if you pay close attention. And I love attention to detail like that. So making a whole movie about a deaf woman who you're essentially experiencing what she is through sign language and through essentially like visuals, it's super awesome. And I love when movies do this, and I've literally recommended this to two separate people in the last 2 days because for some reason I just rethought of it. And I would definitely check it out if you can, if you have Netflix. If not, I honestly don't think it's anywhere else. It might be on Amazon Video, but I'm not 100% sure. So I think all only places available is Amazon, Netflix. But if you have it, I would definitely watch it because it's a really cool experience. There are some tropes that get repeated, but for the most part, it is pretty fresh, and I really like that movie. And the second movie that I want to talk about is another one that may not be that well known, and it's a comedy movie called Bad Words. Now, this is a movie with Jason Bateman. He's from Identity Thief, Horrible Bosses, ton of funny stuff. I love that guy so much. He's hilarious. And essentially, this is about a 40-year-old who essentially competes in, I think it's 8th grade spelling bees. And there's a reason he does that. I'm not going to spoil that reason because it's kind of a driving point of the movie and what's kind of cool about this one too. And I suppose it is credit to the director, aka Jason Bateman, because this was his first feature film that he made or had part in. And essentially he kind of leaves the audience in the lurch. Like, he doesn't actually specify like even with the reporter that has to follow him around because that's essentially his rite of passage into these things because you have to have a sponsor for a spelling bee or something like that. She follows him around and tries to get answers out of him, and he just doesn't. Yeah, he's kind of a douchebag, like that's his thing. But he does have some redeeming qualities, and you do want to end up rooting for him in the end. And it's just a really fun movie. It's hilarious. I literally, I think I rented it from the library one time or something like that, and I saw it and I just loved it. And yeah, I just, there's something about it that I really enjoy, and it has a heartfelt message at the end, which is kind of interesting considering it's a little bit of a, not, I wouldn't say darker comedy, but it has darker tones to it. It's not like Daddy's Home though, where it's more of like an actual story, like serious story that's trying to be told, as opposed to just like random bits of comedy thrown in a more serious story, because it's kind of a weird tonal shift. But anyway, yeah, I would definitely recommend Hush and Bad Words, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I think I'm gonna attempt to do more of these videos because I do really enjoy recommending movies to people, and maybe movies that people haven't heard of, and I just really, like I said, I love movies so much, and I would love to share my love of movies with other people. So like I said, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day. If you liked the video, drop a like. If you want to subscribe, that would be awesome and helpful. Thank you very much. Peace out.
Tell me that it's over.